I got the best spot. I got the best time today because everybody gets to eat lunch and hear me talk. So at least you're doing something else while I'm talking. So that's pretty good. So I feel like I was presented. So Joe, thank you so much for this spot. First, those who don't know us, Voyager Digital, publicly traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange and the OTC markets. We were the first company in the crypto platform space to actually go public. We actually went public as a reverse takeover on the Venture Exchange in Toronto in 2019. So we've been public a little over 3 years at this point in time, which sets us apart from some of the others in the space who followed our lead. And we eventually will get ourselves to NASDAQ, but today, as I said, we're on the Toronto Exchange and the OTC markets. And you see underneath it says Crypto for All. Just yesterday, we launched our campaign about Crypto for All. So if you get a chance, you'll see it over YouTube. You're going to start seeing it in a lot of the ads that we run within different podcasts and different YouTube casts. It's Crypto for All. That's what we stand for. Voyager stands to bring crypto to the masses, make it easy for every person to actually access the crypto markets. Lets them invest in over 100 cryptocurrencies, through an easy-to-use mobile app. You guys, this presentation is on our website, so feel free to download it and read this great legal stuff that we all have to put in our presentations, as well as this forward-looking statement. Our mission is really to replace banks and brokers. There are so many people, probably everybody in this room has tried to open a traditional bank account with one of the traditional banking partners, traditional banks in the U.S. It takes days, it's inefficient, and whenever you want to get your money on the weekend, you can only do it through an ATM through limited resources. You're stuck with a limit, how much money you want. Try to wire money to someone on the weekend, you usually get the answer, sorry, our wire department's closed. You have to come back on Monday and do that. So crypto actually balances the playing field. And what we're trying to do and accomplishing pretty well is that driving people into crypto gives them access to their money 24/7, 365. Not just banks either. It's brokerages. Anyone ever try to move their assets from one broker to another through an ACAT process? Good luck. You'll see your assets and your stock 14 days later. It just takes too long. It takes the control of your money away from you and puts it in the hands of banks and brokers. Our job is to make crypto accessible to everybody so you control your money. The Voyager difference. We're focused on consumers. We're focused on retail consumers. Today, we're only offering our product in the US. Soon enough, we'll be in Europe and in Canada. But what I mean is that there are a lot of other people and players in the marketplace that also focus on institutions with retail consumers. All the exchanges, whether it's the one everyone knows in Coinbase, they focus on institutions as well as retail consumers because they need those institutions to deliver a two-sided market to make sure there's liquidity. In our case, we're focused on retail consumers connecting to over 15 different exchanges and market makers. So we bring a depth of liquidity that can execute a trade similar to what you experience in traditional online financial services and trading. So we only care about the retail consumer. Our job is to bring the best product to retail consumers. And we do it not just through trading. We have over 100 assets. You can earn yield on over 65 of those assets, either through staking or lending. And we also have payments. So you could actually use the crypto in the app to actually make payments if you so desire. And last piece of this is the community we've built around Voyager is very deep, and it's one of the ways that we actually obtain new customers. Our referral network is extremely potent. A little bit about our customers. As you would expect, 63% are millennials and Gen Z, but that means 37% of our customers are Gen X or older, me being in that class. So what we're starting to see is more and more consumers across a broader group actually using the Voyager app and being interested and investing in crypto. 87% of our customers have said they plan to hold their crypto for the medium and the long term, which means they're not just flipping it and trying to trade and make quick profits. They want to be invested in crypto for the long term. And really the most important stat on this is usually within 90 days, we get the return on our customers and they become profitable to us based upon our cost of account acquisition. I started the business with my co-founders in 2018. We actually brought our product to market in December 2019. So literally in 2.5 short years, we've seen our business grow to the end of December. We actually updated our numbers recently. We're at 3.5 million users on our platform, 1.2 million funded accounts on the platform, and over 5 billion of customer assets on the platform. That makes us the second largest by assets on platform for retail consumers in the US, only behind the other public company in Coinbase. We are larger than everybody else based on assets on platform. You can see some of these stats. 9 million crypto transactions done in the December quarter. 2.2 ACH deposits. Our customers are active and engaged. They're on the platform constantly bringing new assets on the platform. We have an average of somewhere between 8 and 12 times per day per customer on the engagement, that they're on the platform looking at their prices and looking at their account. As mentioned, some of the highlights on our stats, the user growth. Just in 2021, we grew by 1 million funded accounts. We started January 1st, 2021 with 40,000 funded accounts and only $250 million of customer assets on platform. We ended the year with 5.9 billion customer assets and 1.1 million funded accounts. 1 year, million funded account growth. And we haven't seen it stop in 2022. We announced our March preliminary numbers, and I think we added another 115,000 accounts in the quarter. AUM continues to grow. That is also a function not just of people bringing assets on. As market values go up or down, you'll see that change in our numbers. But then someone asked me earlier in one of the tables that we're at, what was your revenue in 2021, and how was it compared to the year before? I haven't seen too many companies that go from 6.6 million of revenue from one calendar year to 415 million the next year. Now, if you know any of them, let me know, because we're trying to find them and we really can't. We're struggling to find somebody who's grown that fast in 1 year. I talked about starting the business in 2008. And over that time, we've built a really proven leadership team. And what sets us apart from others is the fact that we have experience in capital markets that we've brought to the Voyager team. We have experience in seeing ups and downs in capital markets. I've been in the capital markets since 1994. So I've seen the 2008 crash. I've seen the change in the 2001 crash. So I've seen when things go up and down in the volatility in the market. So has many members of our team just by looking at their experience. Also, when you look at the team we've put together as founders and as our board members, they're top-notch, best in the industry. We started the business in 2018. It was myself, Philip Aiton, Oscar Salazar, and a fourth founder. Oscar was the founding CTO of Uber. He was the one that brought the very first Uber app to the marketplace. So he knows a little bit about disruptive technology. Combined with Philip and my capital market experience, we were able to bring the app to the marketplace. And then we've just enhanced our board. Glenn Stevens, the former CEO of Gain Capital. But then probably most notably on this is Brian Brooks. Brian Brooks was the former commissioner of the OCC and working with us and giving us our path on how we build the competitive landscape to a bank. Some of the investment highlights we like to point out. We'll go through these. The significant potential market opportunity. Crypto's growing. There's no doubt about it. The interest in crypto continues to grow. This slide is really important because it took the internet, give or take 7 years, to go from 100 million users to 1 billion users. Crypto is moving faster. We expect to get to that 1 billion users in 4.5 years. One of the reasons why is crypto's built on the internet. It's already there. The backbone for adoption in crypto is already there. We just got to bring crypto to the marketplace, and whether you're going to invest in Bitcoin, a stable coin, or one of the other layer 1 protocols, crypto is the future, and people are starting to recognize that. One of the examples I always say about this is in 1998, Oracle ran this classic, iconic Super Bowl commercial. In that commercial, they talked about a technology revolution, and that they were at the forefront of this technology revolution, going to deliver the products over the internet that were going to change the way people do business in the next 20 years. Well, fast forward 25 years and to where we are today, And if you took one of the layer 1 protocols, let's call it Avalanche. Avalanche is one of the coins traded on our platform. If you put Avalanche and substituted that for Oracle, and take the darn R out of the word revolution, because I don't think it's appropriate, it's an evolution. If you take Avalanche, which is the layer 1 protocol that's going to help us all do business in the next 25 years, you could run the same commercial. It's just a total evolution of what's happening in the technology space. As I mentioned before, a lot of the old financial systems, and I come from one. I was at E-Trade from 1999 to 2006. I helped build that business and turn it from a marketing machine to a brokerage operation. They're all built on legacy systems now. Banks are built on legacy systems. What we're building is building it on top of the blockchain, transparent, open, and accessible for everybody. So this really changes the game for individuals as more and more consumers get to control their financial future. That's the opportunity in this marketplace. Our growth engine. From a marketing perspective, we look at things on a very integrated approach, a lot different from some of our competitors. We focus really on the ease and accessibility of the platform. We have to get it out there. It has to get out to the masses and be easy to use. You download our platform, you can get from download to trading in less than 3 minutes, as long as you get through the KYC and know your customer rules without a hiccup, which is usually 90% of our people, 90% of our customers. We have proprietary technology. We're driven by the market. And as I mentioned earlier, the network effect of our loyalty program and our own token and our customer loyalty has really helped us grow our business as we get set for global expansion. And that's what also makes us unique. Not only do we have a publicly traded stock, we have our own token called the VGX token that has driven a lot of loyalty that is used for our platform to get enhanced loyalty reward benefits. So consumers are out there speaking. Social media is a great way where we get the name out, and our consumers and token holders are pitching our products on social media and gathering a cheap cost of customer acquisition for us using that loyalty network. We like this slide because we see our competitors out there. Some of them put their names on some pretty big buildings for $35 million a year, which we won't do. And some of them, 3 of them were in the Super Bowl ads and spent, $15 million in Super Bowl. We take a different approach. We take the approach of being, marketing to the consumer, being efficient with our marketing dollars, because you can even see on this chart, those who did the Super Bowl ads jumped for about 3 days, and then we were right back on top of them. So we are the third, I think we're the third on the App Store in most downloads, only behind Coinbase and Crypto.com. We're steadily there. And we continue to keep that position even while others spend more money on buildings. One of them's down here in Miami. You see them on buildings. We still outpace them on the number of downloads. And what matters? How do you get customers? Through the downloads. So this is a really important slide to understand who Voyager is and how we market. I mentioned the funding economics. Most of our customers, we get a return back in 90 days. At the worst case, we're seeing it in 6 months, which for financial services, a return in 6 months is an incredible return on the cost to acquire an account. So, one example I like to say as well is that in the September quarter, which was probably one of the quietest quarters in the industry, we spent, I think it was $16 million on marketing. And the accounts that came in for that quarter generated about $5 million of revenue, and only transactional revenue. And then the next quarter, we saw that those same customers generated $11 or $12 million of revenue. So we saw that in a much more active quarter, we got our payback in less than 6 months. So very compelling statistics about our return on customer account acquisition. Some of the things that set us apart on the app itself. Again, we've said this all along. We started the business. We built the app based upon simplicity. The keep it simple method. Just keep it simple. Let people download. Let them get to the app. Let them trade. Do it really fast. Allow them to see things in a very simplistic manner. We've done that. We win awards because of the app. Our customers are always praising us because how easy the app is to use. Speed. When you go to buy a coin on our app, you're guaranteed that price. You'll see it in the upper right corner when you go to hit buy. That's the price. You're guaranteed that price. Market moves away, that's on us. And 90% of the time, we actually give price improvement. You'll get a better price than what you see because of our really what we've built is a very smart order router similar to the equity markets. We've built the rewards program, and you see our debit card right there. We're starting to launch that out. We're still in beta, but we expect that to be out to a wait list of over 200,000 people wanting our debit card over the next few weeks, probably next 4 to 8 weeks. And the loyalty program, as we talked about. Some of the catalysts for us to grow. Debit card is definitely one piece. As we look at our account holders, the Voyager account holders, the retail account holders, the debit card will allow consumers to replace their bank. They will get a routing number and an account number. I had my payroll got direct deposited straight to my debit card and converted to USDC without me having to touch a button. And the USDC is interesting because we're paying a 9% reward on that. So not only do you get to hold a stable coin that is equivalent and backed by $1, you're earning 9% on it. Last number I heard inflation was 8%. So basically giving consumers 9% reward, we're allowing people to at least stay in place, tread water. But think about that. If you're in a bank and you're earning 0.5%, your money is worth 7.5% less than it was a year ago. So we are now balancing the playing field and bringing that money that banks make to the crypto market. We also have a business platform. We bought a payment company in Denmark back in August, and we now allow merchants and PSPs to accept crypto as payment, and we're starting to integrate with quite a few of those. Some of the expansion that we're looking at, I mentioned Europe. Europe's coming sometime over the summer, most likely July. We have an NFT platform that'll come by the end of the quarter. So by the end of June, we'll be able to have consumers see and view their NFTs in their platform, in the Voyager platform. Equity trading with our partners from Market Rebellion. Market Rebellion, for those who don't know, is run by John and Pete Najarian and Dirk Muller. John and Pete, who you see on CNBC almost every day these days. And then we're also working on collateralized loans and credit card products as well. I mentioned the international expansion. Canada and Europe are the first two up. Our model. First, how do we make money? We make money, our revenue is built in multiple ways. Most prominently is our transaction volume. We make money every time someone makes a trade. We give you that price, and we're matching it somewhere across our 15 market makers and exchanges and take a spread on that. That's the first way. The second way is on the yield. When customer assets come to us, we're lending them out to high quality partners. And we earn rewards on that, and we give those rewards back to consumers. And third is the payment rails. As people use payments through our Coinify system, through our payment system, we make revenue on that. So again, these are some of the metrics we talked about earlier: the users, the funded accounts, the assets on the platform. You can download this from our website, investvoyager.com, and go to the IR section. So I wanted to get through it quick so I can have a few minutes for questions for anything anyone has. Yeah, so the question is, do we have a roadmap for credit products like some of our competitors? The answer is yes. We're working on that. With 5 point something billion of customer assets, a lot of customers don't want to sell their coins. They want a collateralized loan, or they want a credit card that's backed by their products too. So yeah, the answer is we're working on that. We're hopeful sometime in the early part of 2023 to bring that to the market. But yeah, we think that is a tremendous opportunity for us. We're sitting with something like $700 or $800 million of USDC stablecoin on our balance sheet. So there's an opportunity for us to use and really expand our margins and make a lot of money through credit products. Yep. You're 100% right. It's a work in progress. We hired a team that's working on that. No ETA on it, but you're 100% right. We have to educate more. One thing we do on our platform is we give people research that's developed by Fundstrat. That's Tom Lee, who's a partner of ours too. We send out weekly information on different coins. Each week there's a new one. Last week, I don't remember which one it was last week, but if you're using our platform, you will get that research, which is by one of the highest quality research firms for crypto in the marketplace. No fees, commission free. We just make money on the spread. No fees on your account at all. We're pretty well capitalized right now. And we feel like we don't really need to raise capital at any point in time. We do recognize that some of our competitors have deeper marketing budgets, and as we continue to grow, that might change, but we don't feel we have any capital needs at this point in time.
Do you have reporting requirements where you submit to the IRS transactions of your users?
The infrastructure bill said for the tax year starting 2023, we're going to have to do 1099s. What we do right now is we have a partnership with a company we invested in, Crypto Trader Tax, where every consumer can actually get their 1099 and get a CSV file of all their trades. But there's no requirement by the IRS to yet deliver it until 2023. In the infrastructure bill, put that in. Yep. Oh, in 2021, one of the reasons our products were delayed a little bit, like the debit card, was because we had to scale our business. We got an influx of customers in early 2021. Our system can now handle, we saw 10 times the amount of traffic in November than we did in January, February when those things happened, and without a hiccup. So our system scaled. We've actually taken our development team from 10 back then to like 150. So we're in a good spot.
I have 3 quick questions. Your software, you guys build your own platform?
Homegrown. Everything is homegrown.
Okay. And who handles the money transmission? You guys use a partner?
We have license in some states, and we've partnered in some states as well. The only state we're not in right now is New York, as we await the BIT license, which we filed more information in the last week. We do partner with multiple banks, yeah.
And then my last question, how does the collateralized lending side work?
Not sure yet. We're working through that.
Can you talk about the regulatory requirements for example, stablecoin percentages?
Yeah, we think it's thoughtful regulation is going to come. I think the executive order from our president a few weeks ago sets a stage for all the different agencies to come together, and we think there will be thoughtful regulation. Is it going to be easy along the way? Absolutely not. This is crypto. We're creating an entire new financial system that most of the regulators and most of the politicians don't know, don't understand. We're spending time with politicians to make sure, and that's where Brian Brooks comes in so importantly for us, because we get access to so many politicians to help us drive the narrative to grow that, because this is new ground. And anytime you're trying to create new ground, there's going to be bumps in the road. It's not easy. One more question I think we have time for. I think we're out of time. We run we have Ethereum, we have Doge, there's about 5 to 7 protocols we have today. No, not yet. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you all spending the time.